And that is why we are putting forward a number of options to be evaluated in this upcoming document.
And then for Site 24 and my favorite issue with you,
Sure.
there are 5 wells, and I'm still not, you guys weren't around when all of this blew up, and I caught the fact that they had removed what should have been sentinel wells against the bay. It's clear now that you would not need them because contamination, presumably, if it's not being seen in any of those wells west of, what is it, building 96? Then you're not needing the sentinel wells along the bay. My problem is the Navy was not truthful with us. Danielle Janda, at the meeting at Casa de la Eva, specifically said those wells were being used and they were being monitored, just not in this program. They were in the annual monitoring plan. So I'm not happy with the way there was a shuffle, but I think it was because you guys were in transition. I don't know if Medi should have been here, but she may have been transitioning out, or she may have been not attending for a while, and I don't think, Miriam, how far back do you go?
On and off. A while. 2012, 11.
Yeah, so that's
But
around the time.
I vaguely remember what you're talking about, and well, do you know what? Do you remember this episode with
I believe that, yes, there was a time when we had performance monitoring and base-wide monitoring. I think there's more clarity now what we're going to do. So there are, I believe, going to be 1 or 2 wells left
Yes.
in place, and then the rest will be removed. And this will be part of performance monitoring for a few more quarters, and then it will transition to base-wide monitoring. Same difference. It will continue to monitor with the wells that you have there.
That's not the problem. The problem was the process that the
I
WAC
understand,
chose to use to explain that they, instead of just coming out and saying, we don't think we're going to need those wells, so that's why they're not in the cost estimate for this project. We'll get back to you and confirm whether or not that's true, because we'll have to talk to the regulators. Instead, she lied to me.
I'm not
And
sure
I think it
that.
was probably just misunderstanding.
She told me that they were in the program, but they were not.
But do you understand now what the,
Now it's okay,
Path
except
forward
that
is-
I've gone out there and I've seen that some of the, it looks like some of the wells were just covered with concrete.
Right, so they were obviously not used.
yes, which
They're not used, but it's not removal, and it's not proper abandonment. I mean,
Right.
it's not proper under state of California
we
regulations.
would agree with that. That's why we're going to try and find them.
Yeah, I don't think that she was trying to mislead the public intentionally. I think she saw the extent of wells and wasn't really thinking how proactively about this, you know, what, are we going to be needing them or not? I don't think there was anything intentional or any active lying in this.
But I think the point is that the focus now is in this area.
Yeah.
And what may have been a sentinel well 10 years ago now is moved. And so you do have sentinel wells, they're just closer to the west.
My other question is those nice little purple, yeah, whatever they're called, polygons
Future residential?
of future residential. Are you going to have sentinel wells between your hotspot, your particular hotspot, and those buildings? So you're not talking about that. I know groundwater doesn't typically flow that way.
Yeah, the ground, if you see the groundwater actually flows in this direction. Flows in this direction right here.
So you feel there's no need to just put in a well to make some wells to make sure there isn't some kind of preferential pathway? Because you haven't checked all the piping in there.
So what we have all these wells here that will be monitored for the next, at least for the year, and then it'll be moved over to the base-wide
Okay.
groundwater monitoring monitoring. So all these wells here you see in the blue and the red, they're going to be around for at least this year, next year, until we take care of the situation.